Hey guys, Bowie here, and this is my 5 tips for winning your side lanes consistently. Before I start this video, I just want to remind you that there's way more to winning your lane than just 5 tips, from picking properly to understanding creep equilibrium and just, being a good player. But at the same time, these are all great tips, so pay attention. The first one is using your AoE skills properly. For every lane, there's a limited amount of resources based on your hero and how much regen you buy, meaning that whoever gets a kill or forces someone back will start to amass more resources, since if you have a 2-on-1 scenario, now you can zone or harass that one hero way better. And using your AoE skills properly can help with that. In this clip, the Doom shows up trying to secure the rune, and pay attention how the Jakiro doesn't panic and uses his skills. He walks in a way where Doom and the other hero align, meaning a way more favorable trade for the dire side. Also, look how they punish Doom being a melee hero by attacking him when he has to retreat. In this other clip, you can also clearly see that although Venge gets initiated, she's not in imminent danger, and thus the Nyx saves the stun to hit multiple heroes, and while he waits, he's also right-clicking an enemy, which in return helps Radiant quite a bit. In this other clip, Tiny is farming and gets level 2 as Spectre comes from the side shop. Notice how he uses both Tree Dance and Avalanche in a way to hit 2 heroes. This is no kill attempt, but this is a great trade of resources because Warlock is too low and has to heal himself instead of the Spectre, forcing the enemy core in a dangerous position. The second tip is about positioning when you're a ranged hero. You will rarely see a ranged support or hero in general be right-clicked by a melee hero in lane. The only reason for you to let a melee hero right-click you is him stunning you, using a slow on you, or a skill that closes the gap on you. If we go back to the Jakiro clip in part 1, you can see how he casts his dual breath and then never lets Doom right-click him again. As a ranged hero with similar move speed to the melee hero, you will always have the upper hand, and using that is very important. In this clip, note how he comes in when Doom is further away, meaning that he doesn't get right-clicked at all. At the same time, he positions himself perfectly to harass both heroes with one skill, while also slowing their attack speed, allowing the Drow to get a ranged CS. Seconds afterwards, we can see Doom popping his skill and trying to close the gap on Jakiro. See how he doesn't bother? Doom's skill in particular regens him while dealing damage. There's no way this will be a good trade for the Jakiro, especially with Doom having a stealth shield on top of it. The Jakiro forces a big cooldown without losing anything in return. After that happens, Jakiro once again utilizes his skills with maximum efficiency without taking any harass, since Doom's boost speed and attack speed are lower now. The third one is the importance of range creep CS. The range creep experience in Gold is so important that it's not only okay but advisable that your support secures it in case you as the core cannot. In this clip you can see not only Shaker landing a 2-man fissure, but also securing that wave's range creep. So we're combining tips 1 and 3 together. This is a great play. In this other part of the game you can see how Ursa and the support were in sync so that both range creeps get denied. Talking with your lane mates and making sure you secure and deny as many range creeps as possible is still one of the easiest ways to win a lane. Make sure to try it out when you can. The fourth tip is about the offlane pull. The offlane pull is a great way to disrupt the safe lane creep equilibrium in case they are doing a great job at it, but also to snowball a winning lane even further. When your core hero can zone the enemy core or just drag the creeps around, it allows the support to not only get some experience from the pull, but deny most of the golden experience from the enemy core. In this first example, AA couldn't stay in lane, meaning the Kodo pulls with no effort. While he misses the pull slightly, this is less experience and also a lane pushing towards dire, something Kodo and Necro are definitely fond of. Later on, Kodo not only gets a stack, but since the lane is pushing, Spectre cannot contest the pull, and another range creep is now not available for the Spec. Since the Spec is getting bullied, look how easy it is for the Kodo to keep pulling the creeps. 220 or 250 works great for the pulls when the lane is sufficiently pushed, and if the enemy core can't CS there, since your core is dragging the creeps, heroes like Kodo are particularly good at harassing the core while also getting most of the jungle CS because of Illuminate. In this other clip, you can see that the offlane pull also offers you the chance of killing your opponents in case they decide to contest it. The Draw plus Jakiro lineup tries to fight for the stack, resulting in a double kill for the lane. If we go back on how the Doom pulled, you can see that he goes for it at point 50. You can do it at point 20, but you won't be able to stack it like he does it here. In this game, you can also see Ogre pulling, and we talked about the implications of it. Radiant has one range creep and Dire does not. Yes, Ogre dies, and Clanks ends up surviving, but the lane inherently pushes, and the small camp for Radiant is blocked, meaning that the Weaver farms to its heart's content, obtaining the same CS that Clanks has 3 minutes. That also meant that no range creeps got denied, since Silencer went back and Clanks doesn't want to be there by himself denying creeps in the enemy tier 1. The last tip is being efficient using your heals. There's so much to talk about when it comes to this one. The first one I want to mention is using a skill to heal yourself versus a salve. Note how in this situation the Enchantress chooses to use the salve instead of the heal. Your heal can be used mid-fight, which means that if you have a moment like this one to pop the salve, you're definitely going to make more use of your skill later on if a fight starts. That also works with magic wands and fairy fires. You definitely want to use your salves and tangos when you have a moment to actually make use of that, and then save your burst heals and your skills to use mid-fight. There's way more to it though. We already saw this clip, but you will see that Doom initiates the fight using his W, but he's full HP when he does it. He wastes a decent amount of heal, and it's okay since he gets the bounty rune anyways, but when you're fighting, make sure to take damage in a way that when you use your heal, you're not wasting any of it. Enchantress is a great example because depending on how many levels of the heal you have, you can heal yourself more than one time, meaning that starting the spell when you're relatively low can be incredibly powerful given the situation, but be careful because sometimes you can overdo it a little. Well guys, thanks for watching. As you all know, I'm trying to get to Immortal level, I'm trying to focus on casting, and it is very complicated. I know it's been a while since I've released any videos, and hopefully I'm going to be back on the weekly video status, but this is going to be a tough journey for me. So if you want to support me, make sure to follow me on Twitch. Not only are you going to get some insight on how to climb MMR, something I'm struggling right now, but also how I'm doing, since there's not going to be like daily content for a while. And well, that's it. If you guys want to see what I'm about, what I'm talking about, Twitter is a good place to go. If you like food or you want to follow my trips, there's a lot of TI content on my Instagram, and I'm gonna be traveling for ESL Hamburg. So, nice to follow me there too. Obviously, if you want to see me play or cast, follow me on Twitch. And that's it for today, guys. Bye.